EGM Network.
From Studio A in sunny Florida, welcome to Beauty and the Beach Radio, where it's all about who's beautifying Vero Beach. Today's show is brought to you by Dale Sorensen Real Estate. And here's your host and glamour girl, makeup artist, Cindy Goetz.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. I'm Cindy Goetz, your host, where it's all about who's beautifying Vero Beach. And today's guests are definitely doing that. Can't wait for you to see them. One's been on my show numerous times. We have a first timer, so hopefully he'll be back. But you guys, we have two separate organizations today that are coming together for something really cool. And you guys, they share one really neat thing in common. Do you want to know what it is? They both are trying to keep the American dream alive, okay? So both organizations are really helping people and families own their own home. It's such a great feeling, you guys. I bought my first place in 2016, and I'll never forget that feeling. It is just absolutely amazing. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I finally have a piece of the American pie. And so please welcome to the show our first guest. He is president and CEO of Indian River Habitat for Humanity, Trevor Loomis.
Hey, Cindy.
Hey, Trevor. Welcome back.
Thank you.
We also have real estate broker at Billero and Billero Real Estate, Hollie, Billero, Buldo. Hey, Hollie.
Hi.
And then finally, we have realtor at the Robin Rafe team at Douglas Elliman Real Estate, Michael Nottage. Hey, Michael.
How are you doing? Thank you for having me.
He's our newbie. Welcome. So I want to start out a little differently today, you guys. I want to ask each of you, and I'm going to start with Trevor. It'll be the same question. See, I'm going to give you two a little chance to think about it. But Trevor, we're talking about homes. We're going to talk about an event that you guys are coordinating together on. But I want to ask you, what was your experience like when you bought your first home? I want to know where it was. I want to know what it was. If it was like a condo, single family, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. And I want to hear how it felt for you. Trevor, go.
Okay, so I bought my first house in 2007 or so. It was in Clarksville, Tennessee, right outside Fort Campbell. So I was stationed in the Army at the time, and I had come home from a year-long deployment to Iraq. And I decided I wanted to buy a house, so I went out looking, and I think I cold called some realtor. We reversed that, and we went around, and I found it was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom starter home, which has become more and more rare. I paid $97,000 for it.
Oh my gosh!
And lived there for a couple of years. I met my wife while I lived there. We lived there for a year after we were first married, and we owned it until 2015 or so.
Do you remember, Trevor, when you first bought that home? Like, oh my gosh, I'm an adult. Like, I kind of felt like, oh my gosh, check that out.
I remember thinking, like, is this okay? Am I allowed to do this? Is this like, is this all right? And it was. And it's a funny story. I remember being so excited after buying my first house to sit down at my table and pay the bills. Yeah. It's literally the only time I've been excited to pay bills in my life.
So true, right?
I got my checkbook out and I wrote all these bills. Yeah,
total adulting.
Yeah,
that's
right.
So cool, Trevor. Hollie, tell me about your first home buying experience. What was it and how did it make you feel?
So I was 23 and I had just graduated college pretty recently. And everybody always said, you have to buy a house, you have to buy a house. And so I was terrified. I was not making a lot of money, but I scrapped up money. I used all of the resources that I could, and I bought my first house. It was nothing special, but it was literally, I looked at it like getting my foot in the door.
Yeah.
So, and then I used that to kind of sell and buy and sell and buy and kind of build. So with real estate, you're building generational wealth. So as scared as you are, just making that first step is going to set you up for your whole life.
Oh, that's great advice. Great. And good 23.
Yeah.
Good Lord. That's congratulations.
Michael probably has me beat
Well,
though.
I was going to say, all right, let's move to Michael. He's the new one on the show today, and he has a new young family. Michael, tell me about that first home buying experience for you.
Similar to Hollie, I was just out of college. I was 24, took my time in college. and my now wife and I were like, she was still up in Orlando actually, and I was back here. We're like, all right, I was between her parents, my in-laws, and my parents' house. My parents live out in Fellsmere. I didn't want to make the drive every day. So I'm like, all right, Katie's coming back. My wife's coming back. We need to buy a house. So she moved back. Like I said, I was 24. We found this 2-bedroom, 2-bath, $170,000 back in 2017, I believe it was. And kind of similar to Hollie, it was like getting my foot in the door. We actually just sold that house back in October and, upgraded in December. So very similar, trying to get your foot in the door, I think is a big thing.
It does feel that way, doesn't it? It's like, oh my gosh, I got my, piece of the pie here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, let's go. Yeah. So that is so cool. We're talking about an event. It's called Home in One. It's a golf tournament. It's to raise money for Habitat. It's a collaboration between Indian River Habitat for Humanity and the Realtors Association of Indian River County. I want to back up a little bit, and we're going to, for those that aren't aware, because this is worldwide. If they're not aware with either one of these organizations, we're going to start with you, Trevor. Habitat is a 501c3. It's a nonprofit Christian ministry, dedicated to eliminating substandard housing by building decent, safe, and affordable homes for low-income families. This goes back to a farm in Georgia. We only need a quick story, but tell me about Habitat, how it got started, and then how it actually got started in Indian River County.
Yeah, so Habitat for Humanity was founded at a place called Koinonia Farm in Georgia back in 1976. And it was actually around, Koinonia Farm was the very first fully planned and racially integrated neighborhood in the United States. And it was built on this idea that we can build a community where everyone has a decent place to live. And so that's still the mission and vision of Habitat here. 50 years later, in Indian River County, we were founded in 1991 by a group of concerned folks who saw that there was a serious issue of people living in substandard housing or being unable to afford housing and living in abject poverty. And so started very differently than it is now, very humbly, building a house. I think the first house was in Wabasso. I could be wrong on that, 34 years ago. And, to date, we've built over 550 new homes here, renovated another 850 or so. I don't know the number off the top of my head, but additionally, we've funded the construction of over 1,200 homes internationally through support that we have sent to Habitat affiliates around the world, include the latest of which is a 25-home development in Chimaltenango, Guatemala, that we are working together with other Habitat affiliates in Florida to fund. So, over the course of 34 years, the results are thousands of people given the opportunity to attain home ownership or to preserve home ownership for them when they can no longer afford to do that on their own. And we're able to do that, working together in partnership with other organizations and with other agencies like the Realtors Association, who's been a tremendous partner of ours for a long time.
All right. Well, thank you for that segue, Trevor. So Hollie and Michael, let's talk real fast about the Realtors Association of Indian River County and the collaboration with Habitat. What do you guys do with the Realtors Association of Indian River County, and why collaborate with Habitat?
I'll go. I believe we have 4 events every year, 4 fundraiser every year. We have a Habitat committee that we've put together, and I believe usually we do like a cake auction. This is the first annual, golf tournament. We've done golf tournaments before, but we do 4 events every year, trying to raise funds for Habitat. And you want to expound on that?
No,
maybe?
I think the partnership comes from the fact that the Realtors Association is built of 1,200 realtors within Indian River County who all believe in home ownership. So I personally, and I know all of our agents and associates and everybody, they all align with things that they believe in, and I believe in Habitat because it is a partnership to get people in homes who otherwise think they can't. It's actually a reality for them. So to see that when we hand over the keys, this is the Realtors we're doing our 20th build right now. So for 20 times, we've gone and handed keys over to people who are families who are starting a whole new chapter of their lives.
That's chill bumpy.
Yes.
That's cool stuff.
So it's so exciting to see. So
totally,
I think
Cindy.
we raise money for that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, speaking of raising money, we're going to talk about your first ever. I'm super excited about it. We're going to see a video. It's a hole-in-one golf tournament. Cindy, can you roll it?
The Realtors Association of Indian River County is excited to invite you to a special event that makes a real impact in our community. A home is more than just a place to live. It's a foundation for a brighter future. That's why we're proud to support Habitat for Humanity and their mission to provide safe, affordable housing for families in need. Join us Saturday, May 17th at Sandridge Golf Club for the Hole-in-One Charity Golf Tournament benefiting Habitat for Humanity. Take a swing on contests such as closest to the hole, long drive, or try your luck at a hole-in-one for the chance at a cash prize. Whether you're an avid golfer or just out for fun, every swing helps a family build a better future. This event is your chance to be part of that change. Sign up, become a sponsor, or donate. Every contribution makes a lasting impact.
Every contribution makes a lasting impact. I love that. I love that so much. So let's recap that because this is so cool. I believe you still have some openings. So we're talking about your first annual, right? Because this is going to go on and on.
Forever.
So first annual
definitely.
hole-in-one, very clever, golf tournament, Saturday, May 17. Let's go through the details again, where it is, registration, all that stuff. So Hollie, Michael,
So
take it away.
I'll tell you the date and the time. So
Okay.
it's on May 17th. It's a Saturday. You can come register at 7 a.m. at Sandridge in Sebastian, Vero Beach-ish. It's like right in between.
Yep.
And the kickoff is at 8 a.m. That's not the right word. What is
Shotgun start.
Shotgun start at 8 a.m.
So I'm not an avid golfer, but Michael is, so he's been instrumental in getting this together. So he'll tell you kind of the contest.
Yeah, 7 a.m. Check-in, 8 a.m. Shotgun start. We do have, a hole-in-one contest, $10,000. So, hit a hole-in-one. We also will have, your
Cindy, can you
usual-
hit a hole-in-one? Should we sign up?
I'm a hole in one.
Seriously?
Yeah, I quit.
Did you get $10,000?
I quit golf when I got the hole in
I
one.
would too.
Yeah, I would too. I don't blame you. I don't blame
Take
you.
it and
All
run.
right, hole-in-one. What else?
Yep, longest drive contests, closest to the pin. We're also going to have raffles and giveaways and things like that. First, second, third place prizes as well. So it's going to be, a fun event. It's going to be a fun event.
So let's talk about cost. I believe you have a per player cost and a foursome cost.
Yep. Per player is $125 per player. Foursome would be $450.
Wonderful. Okay. What is the register? Are you still taking golfers signups?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you have any interest, I think Cindy's going to share the link, and then we will personally come collect the checks from you, or you can drop them off at the Realtors Association.
Okay, making it super easy. I see that we've got Ashley or Mia 772-567-3510 for more information. Okay, so and it looks like it actually includes boxed lunch.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Yes, it
Okay,
does.
so 18 holes with a cart
Mhm.
and food.
And
Yep.
yeah, I mean,
Can't beat it.
yeah, and it's going to be a nice day.
Okay. So guys, if you don't know where Sandridge is, I'm going to give you the address. It's 5300 73rd Street. It's a beautiful golf course.
It is. It's our only public golf course in Vero Beach, right?
In Vero,
in
I
Vero,
believe
yeah.
so,
And
yes.
it's right near Bent Pine, just to
Yeah,
give
so-
people a little idea of how, where it is.
Right
So,
on Golfers Row.
yeah.
It's
So
one
play
of
with the famous ones.
It's one of the highest rated municipal golf courses in Florida.
So, what do you guys need right now? Hollie, Michael, what do you guys need to make this a huge success? Your first annual huge success for hole-in-one.
So if you have a love for home ownership and you believe in it, we would really encourage you to try to get golfers or come golf yourself.
Yeah, golfers.
Golfers.
Yeah. That's
Okay, so you
really
need
our-
golfers.
yeah.
You're good on volunteers.
We have volunteers. We do have giveaways as well. Right now, we just need signups.
Okay.
So spread the word.
sponsors good there too, or I guess is it all exclusively?
So we've locked up the sponsorship for publishing and marketing stuff.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
okay.
golfers.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Big question: who golfs in this room?
I do.
I'll raise
I know, Hollie, you just said you don't.
I swing it like a baseball bat. I am not the one to ask.
Trevor, what you do?
Yeah, not well anymore, but a little
Not
bit.
well anymore. Are you going to be playing that day?
We'll see. I just had knee surgery, so we'll see if I can play golf. By then.
Well, you're getting around fantastic. So, okay, Hollie, we already heard from you.
That's but I will be there.
No,
yes,
you'll be there. And I think she said, Michael, you are a golfer.
Yep, I do golf.
Okay.
Not well.
I was going to ask your handicap, but maybe we don't want to put that out there.
Yeah,
no.
it's rough. Yeah. But,
so you golf?
No, I don't.
Oh, well, you know the terms.
I do.
Okay.
Well, it's so funny. So I actually took lessons. Okay, so I know you're athletic, Hollie. I'm athletic. I do a lot of the races, running. And I was like, I'm going to take some golf lessons. I was horrible. And I feel like I'm athletic. I couldn't hit the darn ball.
I know.
I would just be swinging air. It's just.
It makes you really question yourself. Yeah.
Well, and actually it made me appreciate the game of golf. It really did, because they do make it look so easy. And it's not so easy.
Yeah, for what it's worth, I started playing golf when I was 8 years old, and I've never gotten any better. So.
I'm right there with you.
No Tiger Woods there, right?
Not so much.
Oh, dear. All right. Well, this is exciting. We're talking about the first annual Home and One golf tournament. Guys, it's Saturday, May 17th at the Sandridge Golf Club. There's still openings. So, give them a call. And I think you can reach out to Ashley or Mia at 772-567-3510. We need to go to a station break, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
Landing. Enjoy Mother's Day specials like Low Country Benedict, Peach Cobbler French Toast, roast beef, or Parmesan crusted chicken. Share a monster Bloody Mary pitcher and celebrate Mom this Mother's Day at Marsh Landing Restaurant in Fellsmere.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats and chairs, and all the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal Coastal Living, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're also the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of Berlin Gardens and Polywood. We specialize in fire pits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Right now, we're having a spring sale with lots of great markdowns and discounts on everything you need for your Florida home, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street, filled with lots of brand name closeouts and sale items. And visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sturgis Lumber is more than just lumber. Timber! Residential, commercial, and industrial applications. Sturgis has all of the hardware to help with your project. Visit SturgisLumber.com. 4 generations strong, Sturgis Lumber and Hardware. More than just lumber.
Blue Dolphin Pools strives to provide quality service with a well-trained staff in the field and in the office. They want you to know that your pool or spa investment means much more to them than just another account. They believe you have entrusted them with your investment, and they'll do their best to see that it stays in top condition. Blue Dolphin Pool has been in business over 35 years, setting them apart from the competition. Residential or commercial, Blue Dolphin will keep you in the swim. 567-5853.
Cindy gets. She totally gets it. Oh my gosh, did you see my prom makeup? She so gets it.
Dude, did you see her before and after makeup on Instagram? That makeup girl gets it.
My wedding makeup was so amazing, and my makeup artist, she totally gets it.
My senior photo makeup rocked. She gets it.
You should see her new Facebook profile. Her makeup artist really gets her.
My eye makeup is so on fleek. Thanks, Cindy Getz.
Cindy Getz Makeup Artist, 772-633-4030.
She gets it! Hey Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. I'm Cindy Goetz, your host, where it's all about who's beautifying Vero Beach. And you guys, we want to thank Dale Sorensen Real Estate. We've been talking about real estate this morning, and we've been talking about the Realtors Association of Indian River County, really rallying with Habitat and, of course, Dale Sorensen Real Estate. We love and appreciate you, and thank you so much for always being such a great sponsor of Beauty and the Beach Radio. We also want to thank Varietals and More. Varietals always make sure we have lovely beverages for the show. So we want to thank Varietals. They're right there on Royal Palm Point. I believe, Hollie, I was commenting, you can even, bring that little adorable hand up and show off those pretty manicured nails and that beautiful ring, but you got it at Varietals. So,
I did.
Wonderful little goodies over there. Not only do they have great wines and cheeses, but they also have fun little gifts like Hollie's ring. So be sure to go see Rob and Michelle. They will love you for coming. And if you mention Beauty and the Beach Radio, you do get a 10% discount. All right, you guys, we are back. We're talking about Home in One Golf Tournament, Saturday, May 17th. Trevor, I'm going to shoot over to you. This is put together on by Habitat and the Realtors Association of Indian River County. Why is raising money for Habitat so important? And just tell me the impact that it makes.
Well, so Habitat's mission is to, make home ownership attainable for people who have been left behind by the economy or who have struggled to achieve that on their own. Home ownership is getting harder and harder to achieve. So 30 years ago, 1995, it cost, roughly 2 to 2.5 times the average income to buy the median priced house. These days, it's closer to 8 times the average income to buy the median priced house.
Oh my goodness.
And so it is not a situation of people don't want to work or they got to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. It's literally harder.
It's just a very hard mathematical equation that you can't solve right now.
And so, north of 2/3 of the residents of Indian River County are cost burdened on their housing right now. They're paying more than a third of their income on housing. And in most cases, it's more than half of their income is going to rent and housing expenses. And so we try to make that something that
and the golden
provides
rule
them
is a third.
Absolutely.
Just so people don't.
Or less. At the most,
at the most 30%. Go ahead.
And so what we are doing is through partnerships like that with the Realtors Association and others, we are able to provide home ownership to people who are part of our workforce and have been for a long time, like Ruthie. Ruthie was the last, most recent home buyer for Realtors Association sponsored house. She's worked at Walmart for 20+ years. She's been a resident here her whole life. She's got a large family, something like 19 or 20 grandkids. And she just got to the point where renting was no longer affordable. She couldn't do it anymore. Yeah. She certainly couldn't afford to go out and buy a house on the market. And so she went and worked with us. It takes a couple of years, and she's finally able to move into her new home and finally have that anchor point for her family, that place where her family can come back again and again and have that safety and stability that only homeownership can afford.
Wow. So, Hollie, you've met Ruthie because you mentioned her off camera, off mic. What are your thoughts on Ruthie getting her home like that and being able to be a part of that?
Yeah, so it was incredible. So when we gave Ruthie the keys at her move-in, the ribbon cutting, she had 20 grandkids with her, and she said, "I have worked my entire life. I've never had a house of my own, and now I actually have a place that my grandkids can come to for Christmas and the holidays." And everybody was in tears. No, it was so good. So it's just people like her, and they appreciate the process. They know they have to do the sweat equity, put in the work. They're not just given a house. They're earning a home that they've worked their whole life for. So it's amazing to be a part of that process.
Wow. Any thoughts on that, Michael?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the one of the coolest things about the committee is it brings, my job is to help someone, like you said, achieve the American dream. Yeah. And outside of my career, I'm able to do that as well. Yeah. And that's kind of why I enjoy this committee and being a part of it and raising those funds and helping with, stories like that.
Yeah. Any final advice, Hollie, about the housing market? I know you said don't be afraid. Get your toe in there. It's a little crazy right now in the world. It's a little volatile. What advice would you give on purchasing a home, selling a home, acquiring a home right now?
So it's just very simple. Don't be afraid. Just make that next step. You can always refinance if you think the rates are too high. And then if you think the prices are high now, real estate historically only goes up in price. So if you find something, it's not going to be perfect, but get it and just use that as your stepping stone.
Love that.
Yep.
Okay, let's wrap it up. 15 seconds. Give me date, time, place again.
May 17th, Sandridge Golf Club. We'd love to have you guys.
All right. Home and one. Let's make it a home run. Oh, that was really sad. But anyway. All right, guys. See you there.